Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of McFarlane Toys figure Batman from year 2. Now I'm really excited about this. Year 2 is one of my favorite Batman storylines, so I really want to see what they did with this figure. So, with all that being said, roll that intro. So here he is in box. You got McFarlane Collector's Edition here. Your age restriction, DC Multiverse, Batman. You got this nice window so you can see him, all his accessories. You tilt it forward a little bit. You have your points of articulation here. And McFarlane Toys. All right. Spin around to this side. You got DC Multiverse, McFarlane Collector's Edition, Batman Year 2. What number of figure he is. And McFarlane Toys under that. All right, so here you got the cover from one of the comic books. I think this is either 2 or 3. I'm not exactly sure what book it is, but I think it was like a 3 to 4 book series. It was really good. Like I said earlier, one of my favorite Batman storylines. So you have that there, Batman Year 2, McFarlane Toys right there, and then you got all your websites or social media. Come to this one here, Multiverse Batman. You get another part of the window. 34 what number he is. All right. And then underneath you got your legal and skew. So with all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is out of packaging. The first thing we're going to do is start looking at his joints. All right. So the head does move pretty easily. No issues with that. The shoulder moves pretty well. All right. You got your elbow joint and your wrist joint. All right. Bring the other arm up. You do have a joint here under the ribs. All right. And one at the belt line for the hip. You have a thigh joint and a knee joint. All right. You also have an ankle joint. And you got a toe joint. All right. So everything seems to move pretty well on him. I don't have any issues at this moment with any of his joints. All right. Oops. Apparently they move a little too well. All right, get him back into position. Now we're going to start looking at his finer detail. Now, one thing I noticed right off the cuff with this figure is I feel the colors are a little off. So with this particular comic line, he was with the gray and blue. Now, if you look at the card that comes with him, that's kind of an accurate depiction of the cover art. So as you can see, he's more of a blue with some black shadowing underneath. Where this one, they went with the opposite. They went with the black with the blue as the highlights. So let's look at the head sculpt first before we get anywhere else with this. So as you can see with the head sculpt, you got blue highlights with the black sculpt. All right. So I don't know why he went with a more reverse color with that. Maybe he thought the black would look better. But that's where they went with it. I do like the face sculpt itself. I think the face sculpt looks really nice. I do like the detail to that. All right. So now we're going to get into his body. I do like how he did the holster for the pistol. For anybody who doesn't know, in this in year 2, Batman was going after the guy who murdered his parents, and he had the pistol that the guy actually used to kill his parents. So he went after him with that gun, and it's a whole storyline that is actually really good. So as you can see underneath the holster, you got the bat symbol. You got the standard Batman utility belt for that air. As you look onto his, I guess you could say trunks here, you see that the trunks is black with a hint of blue on the side. The same with his boots. If you look at the boots, they did the same thing, so it's black with a swirl of blue detail. The same with the cape. You got the black and then you got the blue inside. And when you look at his arms here, you can see the same thing. So the whole arm is black with some blue highlights. I'm not exactly sure how well I like how they did that. I really do feel like Nika did a lot better with these kind of comic book highlights with the Turtles line. But that's just my own personal thought. So you come around to this side, move this cape out of the way a little bit so you can get a good look at the arm here. All right, come around to the back. He does have a vinyl cape. I understand why they went vinyl with this one because they're trying to have the cape in a specific pose. All right, and then back around here. And back to the front. So some of the details look pretty good. I'm not too sure how I feel about this reverse color on him. So now we're going to look at his accessories. So first off, like we looked at earlier, here's the collector card that's designed off of one of the covers from the series. All right. On the back here, it tells you a little bit about the year 2 storyline. You have the Batman up there, year 2, and so forth. Put that over there. He comes with 2 alternate hands, so he has a holding hand. All right. And a fist. All right. He also comes with a scythe. Now this is the Reaper scythe. So he took the scythe off of the Reaper, and that's why he has it here. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. And then ultimately he has the pistol. So first things first, we're going to do the pistol first because we have the hand here to do it. All right, so the pistol fits nicely in that hand. No issues with that. All right, let's swap this hand out. All right. All right, so that hand went in there. Let's swap the other one out. All right. I wonder if the pistol will work with this one too. Nah, not really. I mean, you could probably force it in there. All right, so if you do want him holding the pistol in there, you can. But it's definitely not meant for that particular hand. Get that in here. And now we'll put the scythe in here because obviously that's... Actually, it's a sickle, not a scythe. My fault. And his legs keep on wanting to spread on me. So there you go. You got the sickle in that hand. So that works. I wonder if the sickle will work with the other hand. And I got reasons for wanting that. I don't think it's going to work with that. Get out of there. And you could kind of make them hold it with this hand. But you could definitely tell that hand is not made for the sickle. which kind of has me concerned because once again, when you look at the art of him holding the sickle, you can see it's definitely in this hand. So I don't know why they didn't make a holding hand for this hand as well, but at least we know everything seems to work fine with them. The weapons fit in the hands that they're designed to fit in, and, the hands swap out pretty well. Okay, so let's get into my final thoughts with this figure. So first off, all his accessories fit very well with him. I do like how all his hands and weapons swap out. I think that works very well with this figure. The same with the joints. I didn't have any issues with any of his joints moving. All his joints seem to move fine. His overall look, I do like the overall look. Now, originally I spoke about how he's meant to be blue with black highlights. They actually do have a chase figure where the colors are swapped. So his cape and cowl are all blue, the same with his boots and his trunks with the black highlights, opposed to this one with the black with the blue highlights. So, either way, I do like the look to this guy, though. I do like the black on blue. I think I would have liked the blue on black a little bit better. The black on blue a little bit better because it would resemble the comic more. I think this one probably should have been the chase and the other one should have been the original, but that's just my thoughts. The other thing that's a minor issue that I have with this figure is I feel like the weapons are in the wrong hands, and maybe he should have had 2 gun hands and 2 holding hands. Because if you look at the original comic that this figure is based off of, he's actually holding the sickle in this hand and the gun in that hand. So, that's a minor thing to people who are more detail oriented. But, overall, would I recommend this figure? Yes, I would. Okay. I do think he looks cool. I think he would look neat on a shelf with the rest of your DC and Batman action figures. So I do like the overall look to this character. So with that being said, I hope you all did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Batman and DC playlist. Plus hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.